Now, I knew about Rebalance wanting to rebalance IS-4, E100, E5, a long-awaited rebalance to the heavy tanks. I knew about him wanting to tweak some of the medium tanks like 432, Progetto 65, that no one asked for, but still, I knew about that. Even wheeled vehicles, him wanting to nerf wheeled vehicles. Pearl River, we heard all about that, yes, ladies and gentlemen. But what I didn't know is that all of this is going to be in a single batch called Update 1.10. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we can quite safely say that this is the biggest batch, or at least the most meaningful batch in 2020, because Update 1.10 introduces so many things what so many players have been asking for years. Yes, literally 4 years. There are going to be some other smaller things as well, but I would say Update 1.10, to me personally at least, is the biggest patch in 2020 we have seen so far. So my friends, in this video I am going to let you know everything you need to know about Update 1.10, what is new, what is going to be here, which vehicles are going to be rebalanced and so on, and later down the road there are going to be many more episodes, many more videos covering all those things a bit more deeper, like I would love to play with all those rebalanced vehicles like E100, IS-4, E5, going to show that and some other things as well. So if you do not want to miss all those episodes, make sure you're going to stay tuned, hitting that subscribe button, and join with the notification squad as well by hitting that bell, because it is cool. That said, let's dive right into the action. And the first big thing with Update 1.10 has been playing on the background already. Old new map Pearl River. This map was removed many years ago, but now found its way back into this game with full rework to the HD quality and many tweaks to its playstyle as well. For example, they added completely new playground into the middle. They opened up the middle housing area. You are able to use it as kind of a sniping balcony or flanking balcony, or just able to use it to create different plays. Plus they tweaked the map all around the edges and some other key positions as well. It was quite a tunnel map. I'm quite excited to test it out to see how it feels now, because it had many issues before. Hopefully many of those issues has been fixed, but as always, to see how good or bad one map is, we have to play on it. But nevertheless, it is good to see it back, and it is always good to see new maps, right? Like in the previous patch, we received a completely brand new map, Perlin, and now the old map Pearl River made it back into this game as well, with many tweaks. I am all up for it. Hopefully it is not going to be yet another ban list map. We'll see. Next up, let's talk about his massive, actually I think we can call it kind of a massive vehicle rebalancing going on in this patch, starting with the longest awaited buffs to the heavy tanks called IS-4, E100 and E5. Those tier 10 heavy tanks have been in this game for the longest time ever. Like IS-4 started out as a tier 9 actually, E100 was introduced basically when the game started as well, and E5, well, it was not here from the get-go. D30 was actually in its position back in the days, but it has seen quite many different days. It has seen days when it was completely broken, overpowered, the most played heavy tank, the number one heavy tank for all the campaigns and clan wars as well. And it has seen days where basically no one plays with it, like currently. Well, it still has its own fan base, like people are playing with it. It can do really good actually, it can do really good, but you have to work a lot harder in those vehicles than you have to do in some of the new meta heavy tanks, meta tier 10 heavy tanks. So vehicles like those are going to be balanced, and of course I'm going to cover those updates, those balances in a gameplay episodes as well, so stay tuned for that. And now simultaneously the tech 3 vehicles were balanced as well. For example, if you're talking about or the vehicles leading up to it were rebalanced as well. When we're talking about E100, starting from VK, actually they did some tunings to the VK, Tiger 1, Tiger 2, E75 E5 as well, so leading up to the E100, so the entire line should be better now. Talking about E5, D32 received some buffs, M103 and E5 itself as well. And finally, when we're talking about IS4, we have to start from KV3, which received some tunings, then KV4, SDI, and IS4 as well. And oh boy, it is windy outside. I hope you are not able to hear that. Well, we received a storm warning today, so hopefully I'm able to upload this episode before we run out of power. But while all those legends called E100, IS4, E5 are going to receive some buffs, Wargaming decided to nerf some tanks as well with update 1.10, starting with Object 430U. This is one of the best, if not the best, actually researchable Tech 3 medium tanks in this game, one of the easiest medium tanks to play with. Wargaming is going to rebalance this vehicle by nerfing it slightly. This is one thing, many players wanted to see that, so we're going to talk about that in the future. But one thing many players do not understand was who asked for nerfs to the Progetto 65. Yeah, I understand it can be a really extremely good tank, especially in an experienced player's hands, but still, many players were like, what? That was out from nowhere. I do not remember them saying anything about that. I do not know anyone who basically wanted to see nerfs to this vehicle. And the biggest thing being, on the top of some statistical changes, some statistical nerfs, like nerf to the accuracy, for example, you can see that there is something missing in the equipment slots. Yep, you are not able to mount a rammer, tank rammer to the Progetto 65 or to the standard B anymore. Yes, same goes to the standard B, same goes to the 430 as well, which also received a little tweak using a Nerf hammer. But hey, this is what they decided to do. How this is going to affect Progetto 432 or standard B or 430, more about that maybe in one of my future episodes. And you know what, this was actually not the only place where they used this infamous Nerf hammer. They also slapped it on wheeled vehicles. One of the most anticipated nerfs in this game, because wheeled vehicles have been dominating World of Tanks since the get-go. And let's pull up this EBR 105, for example. This tank over here this tank particularly has been dominating the battlefield since it was released. And Wargaming decided to use the Nerf hammer on two key points. Increase the reduction in speed caused by suspension damage. So basically, if your wheels are going to be damaged, the debuff to the speed is going to be a lot bigger. Basically, if one wheel gets damaged, you lose a lot more mobility than before, and if two wheels get damaged, you lose even more mobility. So it should be easier to hit the following shots. But one of the biggest things what makes players frustrated is you are able to hit the wheels for zero damage all the time. Like, wheels do not have hit points, and it's just so ridiculous how 183mm shell, for example, cannot deal any damage into the wheels. And it just robs it off, because the nerf to the mobility when wheels are damaged only matters if there are more than just one or two guns aiming at this tank. And now if you play a bit more carefully, you still have that crazy mobility, you still have that game-breaking mobility. We'll see. If players are able to adapt, it should not do anything. If players are not able to adapt, more EBRs should die a lot faster. We'll see, only time will tell, as always. And the second thing, slightly reduce the firepower and mobility of some wheeled scouts. So we're going to dive into the wheeled vehicles in one of my future episodes a bit deeper as well. So changes to the wheeled vehicles and some rebalancing overall. Quite a big thing, in my opinion, quite a big thing. Moving on, next topic, new battle communication. I actually already made an episode about that already. It is my previous episode, so if you want to know more in-depth information about this, go check it out. It's I basically covered everything you need to know about this new battle communication system. Long story short, it is a big improvement. You're able to mark positions on the map. Players are able to interact with the pings. Pings have more meanings now. Like, you can mark the ground saying, I'm going over there, and allies can join you, and you know how many allies are going to support you. Or if you mark an enemy, you can see how many allies are aiming at that enemy. You can focus them down, you can focus fire a lot easier now. So using pings, using just communication interface is a lot more usable now, and better in my opinion. Next up, with next big thing with 1.10 is more ways to earn bonds, or new ways to earn bonds. As you can see over here in the garage, you can see a little purplish color on the bottom right side. This is something to do with new bond system. As you can see, earning bonds, ladies and gentlemen. You can earn up to 50 bonds with every single vehicle, tier 10 vehicle per week. They decided to get rid of this battle medal achievement bond system. Like, if you get epic hero medal, you're able to get some bonds, because it was not super predictable. You didn't know when you're going to get bonds and so on. So they decided to make it a bit more understandable, a bit more predictable. And with certain vehicles, as you can see, you can earn up to 50 bonds per week. And if you click on this bond system over here, or the bond icon, your wallet, you can see how you are able to get more points. And now you do not have to be in a full tier 10 battle as previously. And now you can be in all random battles or grand battles, but you have to be in a tier 10 vehicle. So as long as you rank in the top 10 by experience in your team, you will get points. So top 10, you can see victory 5 bonds, defeat 3 bonds, or if you're in the top 3, you get 7 bonds or 5 bonds, which is equal to the top 10 victory bond income. So top 6 grand battle 7-5, 5-3, and this is ranked battle 7-5, 5-3 as well. How to earn random battle, grand battle, or ranked battle. Bonds are earned in a tier 10 vehicles with an active indicator in the following modes. So indicator for earning bonds, you can see that. Bonds for events, bonds can be earned in other ways as well, during special events like ranked battles, or for completing missions, for participating in certain specials. And I really do recommend, ladies and gentlemen, I really do recommend you to earn bonds in as many possible ways as possible. Number 1, vehicles for bonds. If you are a free-to-play player, it is extremely important for you, because you are able to get extremely good premium tanks for free for playing the game without spending money. But tier A premium tanks, you know, are the most effective way to grind credits. And credits is something you need a lot in this game if you want to progress in tiers, if you want to upkeep your tier 10 tanks, if you want to play this game without worrying too much about credits, right? If you want to enjoy this game a lot more. And the second thing, of course, is improved equipment units. You're able to improve your vehicle even further by purchasing improved equipment units, but I recommend buying them in bundles. So over here we do not have any bundles, but I do recommend buying them in bundles. You are going to save many bonds. For example, there are bundles. I don't know if it is exact bundle, but let's say, for example, vending system and innovative loading system. If you want to buy them separately, you have to pay 10,000 bonds. But if you buy them in bundle as a 2-pack, you have to pay 9,000 bonds. So you save 1,000 bonds, which is very valuable deal in my opinion. So take advantage of this new system and use it. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this magnificent thing over here, the longest awaited thing for me personally, Steel Hunter game mode, which is going to be over here in 1 month in August 2020. This is part of the Expedition 2020 event together with Frontline, where you are able to win different vehicles, as you can see on the background, AE Phase 1, Sharfutur 4, and Object 777 as well, all tier 9 special reward vehicles. And this Steel Hunter mode is up with another brand new season, and I cannot wait to jump into it, to test it out. We have some new vehicles over here. Previously we had VK, we had Russian tank and some other things, but now you can see completely different vehicles and a new system as well. And I think I am actually going to play this game mode on the stream right now. While you're watching this episode, hopefully I'm streaming at the moment as well, and I am going to test this game mode out, and I'm going to make an episode about this as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, Steel Hunter, rebalancing, new map, new ways to earn points, new battle communication. Update 1.10 is going to be one big update. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments down below. Stay tuned for many more episodes which are coming out soon. And yeah, I get you on the battlefield, beautiful people. Stay awesome, stay sexy, and as always, take care. Bye bye.